Okay.
Yay.
Yay!
Okay. So I'm super excited for you guys to meet Courtney. She is a double diamond. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
That's correct for now.
You signed 31. And how many distributors have you signed this month?
39.
Dear Lord, 39 distributors this month, and she is completely killing it. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to hear your tips tonight. I have a few questions from some of my distributors, but I wanted to first start out with you maybe introducing yourself and telling us your story.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey guys, like she said, my name is Courtney. I am a double diamond for now. I will be going triple diamond next month, which is crazy exciting. I know I've been with the business. It'll be 3 years in April. When I started, I don't know if any of you guys have felt like this or are feeling like this, but I was really nervous and I was scared of what people thought about me. I was like, I don't want to be that annoying person on Facebook. Like, I don't want to talk to my friends and family. Like, I straight up told my enroller, I was like, okay, fine, I'll start with you. But like, I'm never going to post anything and I'm not going to message anyone. Like, literally, that's what I said. So I don't know what the heck I thought was going to happen. But literally nothing happened for a good year and 10 months. And then this past January, I was at conference and I was like, you know what, I'm going to make this happen. So I left conference. It was the 1st of January. I had not a single working person on my team, not a single customer running auto ship. The only volume, yep, Jordan's dying laughing because it's so sad but so true. The only volume that my team had was my auto ship. So I still ran an auto ship even though nothing else was there. And I remember telling Lindsay, my upline, because my enroller quit, I told her, I was like, I'm going to go emerald this month. And she was like, okay, awesome. Like, yeah, you know, like, she believed in me and she was like, yeah, you could do it. But like, she was like, how? Because I never completed steps of success before that ever in my life. Never signed more than 3 customers or more than 1 distributor. And that month, I did not go emerald, but I did sign 27 customers and 8 distributors, which to go from literally not signing anything to that blows my mind still. So I did not go emerald that month. But I went emerald in March, and then, let me see, 4 months later, I went diamond. 3 months later, I went double diamond. So from the time that I decided which is basically like, I say it was like my second starting date, it was like 0 to double diamond in 9 months, which is absolutely crazy. So I kind of love that my story is that way because so many times people get into a rut or something happens or they don't start the way they want to and they feel like they're just like destined for failure. And that is not at all true. Something that I told Jordan, which I know we're going to talk about tonight, about like finishing the month super, super strong and not giving up until the very last second. The day that I went double diamond, I woke up needing over 3,000 BV in a day.
It's insane.
In a day. And let me tell you, I did not have a lot of workers on my team. Literally, my team was falling apart. Like, as I was going double diamond, it was me and another girl that literally got everything done together. And if you have ever had team quit, it is okay. You are still going to succeed in this business. Within a week after I went double diamond, I had 1 emerald or 1 diamond, 2 emeralds, and 4 rubies quit within a week of going double diamond. So I pretty much take out all of the excuses that you could ever possibly tell me. I am a super red personality, so I'm going to warn you if I offend you or I'm like too blunt. I'm very sorry. I say it with love. That's just me.
I love it. I love it. I need that right now in my life.
I always tell people, I'm like, I will kill you with kindness that is like hidden by attacking.
That's literally Jessie. So I live with Jessie, and like Jessie's the sweetest person in the world, but she will put you in your place, and she doesn't take any excuses.
That is like, heck yeah!
Oh my gosh. Okay,
don't let her fool you. I've had to slap Jessie around a couple times to make her believe in herself again. That's fine.
Oh yeah. Okay, so what does your like daily routine look like for you?
So I was able to quit my job back in June. So my day, I'm going to tell you what it was like when I worked and also what it's like now, because I know we have a lot of people that still work and probably hate their jobs. If you love your job, go you. I hated it, every second of it. I am not destined for people to tell me what to do. But when I worked full time, the month that I went emerald, I did 5 a.m. power hours. Okay. Don't recommend unless you're 100% like dead set on making your goal happen. I love sleep more than life itself. So, but I did it. And I told myself that if I wanted something that I'd never had before, I had to do something I'd never done. So I did 5 a.m. power hours. So I worked from 5 to 6 on a power hour with Amy Spence. Then from 6 to 6:30, I like answered any messages. I kind of did some other work. From 6:30 to 7, I took a half-hour nap. 7 to 7:30, I got ready, and then I left and went to work. By the time I got home, I did post like obviously before I went to work on the power hour, but then I posted at lunch too. And then I got home and I did dinner, I went to the gym, and then I worked for probably 3 to 4 hours straight. And I will say I probably didn't need to work that much, but I wasn't as intentional as I am now. But I was straight up like, I was not letting anything stop me. I was willing to do whatever the heck it took. And it was so set in my mind that it was going to be done that it was not a matter of it wasn't a matter of like, what if this doesn't happen? It was, what else can I do to make this happen is the mindset that I was in. Fast forward to now that I've been able to quit my job, life's a lot different. It's a lot more fun. I sleep till whenever the heck I want to. Usually I'm up around 9 o'clock because our puppies wake us up by scratching at the door. So then we do that, and then I have my keto coffee. When I'm sitting downstairs drinking my coffee, I will follow probably 200 to 300 people on Instagram, friend people on Facebook, and then put a post up. But the other things, and then everything else is just kind of like however my life happens. But the things that I will do every single day is I'm always growing my network. I recommend on Instagram. Oh, side note, if I scare you with my numbers, I'm sorry. Those are just my numbers. I follow 200 to 300 people a day on Instagram. I follow.
Do you use Captivate or no?
No. So what I do, I will go to anybody, if there's like a YouTuber I like or a brand or something, I'll go to their most recent picture and I will go through and follow people that like their post. And I usually can get like 100 and then I have to like wait 10, 20 minutes and I can do it again. Okay. So usually I do a set of Instagram, then I'll go add on Facebook, then do another set of Instagram, and then another set on Facebook, and then one last one on Instagram. Because Facebook and Instagram are very different beasts. If you don't do both of them, they're very different. Instagram, I feel like, is not as personal, where you kind of just like follow anyone and their mother. Whereas Facebook, like, I want to make sure that I would actually be friends with you. So it takes me longer to add people on Facebook. So I'm always growing my network. I'm always doing interacting. I'm always sending out messages. I personally, during promotion months, send bare minimum 200 messages a day. Bare minimum. Half of those are host post messages. The other half is split up between distributor messaging and customer messaging. I can share the messages I'm using right now, but I literally switch my messages weekly, if not sooner than that, because basically I get bored. I'm also I work a lot with my team. I talk to my customers, posting, following up. And I think the thing that people don't talk about that I think is most important is your headspace. During promotion month or not, every single day I'm reading a good book. Right now I'm reading, highly, highly recommend. It's called The Circle Maker by Mark Batterson. It's about praying and just like different miracles that have happened. And then during the morning, I will read. I use a 1-year chronological Bible. You can do like a devotion or whatever works for you. And then I journal also. So it is very important for me to stay in a good mindset. So if ever I'm feeling down or if ever I'm feeling like, gosh, like I don't know if this is going to happen, I will immediately, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, it just cut off. So I was just making sure. If ever I'm in a spot where I'm feeling like, I don't know if this can come together. I don't know if, like, you guys, everyone has bad days. If I'm having a day where I'm like, everyone and their mother is blocking me or cussing me out or like crazy things are happening, I will immediately, first I'll pray and just be like, God, like, what are we doing today? Like, what is happening? And then I will make myself say, so like whatever my goal is for that month. So like right now it's like constantly, I'm triple diamond. And I will say it literally 20, 30, 40 times in a row until at the end I'm saying it with conviction and believe it. I do a ton of affirmations. I constantly have everywhere, like what my goals are, what my paycheck will be, all of that stuff, because I know I need to keep that in front of me, because when I start getting distracted is when the devil's going to come in and be like, oh, maybe you can't do that. Maybe that volume's too high. Maybe you can't do this, or maybe whatever. So that is basically my daily stuff, I think. I get off my very...
Would you say that you use Instagram or Facebook more? Or do you use them equally?
I use them equally. I feel like it very much so goes in waves where like sometimes I'll enroll a ton on Facebook and not any on Instagram, and then other times it'll switch and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I've been working a lot harder on my Instagram stories versus my actual just Instagram. And I've been getting a ton of people messaging me, probably 5 to 10 a day for my stories on Instagram.
Yeah, I definitely think that it depends, like, which one you use more, because a few months ago, I was all about Instagram, and I was posting on my stories constantly, like, posting on my feed every single day. I mean, I try to do that now, but I try.
Right.
But now it's definitely more Facebook, because I'm focusing it on host to post this month for sure. So I think for me, it just kind of depends which one I use more.
Well, honestly, it's just... where you put your focus is where things are going to come out of, but also where your mindset is at. So I have people that, and what I love to tell people is you can say the exact same thing as I do, but if you're going into a message being like, oh, they're going to ignore me, they're going to block me, they're going to get mad at me, whatever, that's what's going to happen. But I go into every single message, every single follow, and I learned this from Jocelyn Yates. Every time she follows someone, she, in her head, hears them being announced by... what, I don't know his first name, but something Burns. Carla Burns' his husband, like the announcer, like she hears him announcing them as an ambassador diamond. So she's already, before they even like follow her back, is speaking them into existence and is like living in such abundance with her following that she knows that so many good people are coming from that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us how the heck okay, did I get this right? You signed 31 within your first week of the promotions for distributors?
I think it was like 20 something.
Mm-hmm.
So, but also it's 40 now. I just got another enrollment. I didn't know she was signing up, but she was emailed me or she was texting me and said, so we're at 40 for the month.
I love that.
Gosh, I've been asked so many times how I did it. And although you guys are all probably going to hate my answer, I have no idea. I have no dang idea what happened. The couple things that I will say that I have been super, super consistent about posting my story, about posting what it's done for other people. No one can ever go to my page and be like, oh, I wonder if she does that anymore. I wonder if like she's made any money. Like I post about this every single day and people know what I do. And I'm very, very consistent in that. But also so it's very, very funny. I am a very big believer in what you think about and what you decide is what's going to happen. So last month I told Lindsay that I was going to double the amount of customers that I've ever gotten, which was 23. So last month I ended up with exactly 46 customers, and 15 distributors, which I was jacked about 15 distributors. Like that was the most that I'd ever done, ever. And then this month in conference, I was like, I don't really care about customers this month. Like I just want to sign a crap ton of distributors. Like that's just what I want to do. So I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if I like double that? If I got like 30, like that would be nuts. And now I'm at 40, but you guys, I have 6 customers, which is like still awesome. It's still like a good month, but like nothing has changed in my day-to-day what I'm doing. But my mindset did. This month I said I'm going to focus on distributors. I decided that's what I was going to do. And now here I am with 40 new distributors and 6 customers, whereas last month I had 46 customers. So yeah, I think a lot of that was what I post. I post about the deal all the dang time. I followed up like crazy. And when I'm talking to people, I am very real. So, like, if someone tells me, and this is just my personality, so, like, I know that I'm not coming across as rude because this is just me and this is very genuine. But, like, if someone will tell me, like, oh, I don't have money, then I'm like, oh, well, okay, like, hope I don't see you at the club this week then. Like, hope I don't see you posting about a Taco Bell run because that's what's going to make you money. And, like, if you're straight up yellow, like, there's no chance you're about to say that to someone. But, like, me, I'm dead serious. Like, don't tell me you don't have money, and you're broke and you really want to do this, but then go spend $40 at Taco Bell. Like, I don't want to hear your excuses then. Like, you don't actually want to do this. So I will tell that to people. But I also tell people, like, if they're like, oh, what do we do? Like, what do you do? I will straight up tell people, and that's why I feel like I have a lot of new working distributors, because I will tell them, like, if you come in this and you don't do anything, you're not going to make any money. You're not going to come in this and have nothing happen and make a lot of money. You're going to come in this and you're going to work, and I'm going to show you every single step of the way, and you tell me what you want to do, and I'll get you there, and I'll help you get there, but you're going to need to put work in just like it's a job. So I think the amount of realness that I am with people helps a ton.
I love that. Is there, like, a specific task or thing that you're doing with your new distributors in order to, like, get the ball rolling and, like, starting faster? Because I feel like for me and a lot of people on my team, we sign up distributors and then they just chill until, like, they get their kit or until they just want somebody to come to them. Is there anything that you do specifically to get your distributor starting faster?
Yes and no. One thing that I learned in this business that took a lot of pressure off me is my enroller was never hands-on. I was never taught much. I was just kind of like, here, like, I enrolled you, like, peace out, have a nice life. Like, not really, like, she, like, checked in, like, once a month, but, like, nothing like what I do with my distributors. So when I took that pressure off myself that my team knows where I am if they need me, my team will also find what they need if they need it. Because I make sure that every single person that joins my team, whether it's personally enrolled or not, they know me. I message them at some point. They have heard of me. They know who I am. They know they can come to me. But when I took that pressure off myself that I need to make sure that every single person knows every single thing they're doing, because the people that want this business are going to come to you and they're going to ask you questions. They're going to come to you and find you. So I will start every single person out the exact same way. I will send them my welcome video, and then I will add them to our training pages, all of that stuff. And then I'm like, okay, let's make your first post. If they make their first post right away, I'm like, okay, awesome, let's make your list. Okay, awesome, let's do this. But I'm not going to send them 30 different tasks if they haven't done the first one. So I kind of do like a 3-message rule. Like, if you don't answer my first one, all right, I'll message you a second time and a third time. But after that, if I'll message you a 4th time and just be like, hey, I don't know if I upset you or like what's going on, but just know, like, if you ever want to get back in the business or you change your mind or like something crazy is just happening, you can always message me and I'll help you. So that way they know that I'm here. They know that I will help them, but I'm not blowing them up and I'm not wasting my time with them versus the other new distributors that are wanting this.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love that. That's good. I feel like I do that too. And I feel like the people who end up coming to me are the distributors who actually want to work and actually want to, like, put in the time and effort into this business.
I remember.
No, you continue. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I remember, like, when I started, like, I learned everything on YouTube. I learned everything. I followed random people. I figured it out because I wanted it to work. I never expected someone to hold my hand and send me posts every day, whether I don't mind doing that for my team at all, but I was very independent, and I know that if somebody wants it bad enough, they will be able to find it. And you cannot, people always ask me, how do you motivate your team? Or how do you get them to work? You can inspire them all you want. You can tell them every single thing you want, but if they don't want to work, they're not going to do it. So take that pressure off yourself that you feel like you need to work this and you need to, like, do everything you can to make sure they're successful, because if they want to be successful, they will be. But if they don't want it and they want you to do it for them, they're not going to be. So take that pressure off yourself and just know that the people that want to work this business will work it no matter what you do.
Amen. I love that.
Mic drop. If I had a mic, I'd drop it.
So speaking of newbies and, like, new distributors, do you have any tips for them? Because I feel like a lot of people on my team are just now coming into this business and they're getting discouraged, or they need tips on, like, consistency or things like that. So what do you have for the newbies on this Zoom?
The first thing I will tell you as a new distributor, other than you just joined the best freaking business in the entire world, like straight up best thing ever, count your blessings, but just take quitting off the table. Straight up, right away, take quitting off the table. Because I could have quit when I was working. I don't know what the heck I thought I was doing, but I was working and it wasn't working for me, but it was just because I wasn't consistent. But take quitting off the table, because you never know when things are going to click and start running for you and your life will change. Other than that, don't be so worried about how many likes and comments you get. I hear that all the time. Oh, it's easier for you because you get X amount of likes or X amount of comments. I didn't always have X amount of likes and comments. I interact like crazy, and that's why I have that. But also, we have a bigger team. So like half of my comments are other distributors, and not everyone sees that. But when you take that off, you guys, people are watching. People are. I had someone message me today that has never liked or commented on a single thing. We have no thread whatsoever. She said, I've been watching you. I want to join your team. And now she's joining, and most likely will be purchasing the 400 BB boost pack. She has never talked to me about anything, guys. So don't worry about the fact that people aren't liking or commenting. You don't know what they're waiting on. Think of if you drive past a billboard, like a McDonald's billboard, you see the new Shamrock Shake the first time, you're like, oh, that looks good. But by the 7th, 8th, and 9th, 10th time you drive past that dumb thing, you're like, forget it, I don't even need to go to school. I'm about to go get myself a Shamrock Shake because that looks so good. Like, you guys, that's real life. That's how it is. Like, don't expect that you're going to post once and, like, your inbox is just going to be flooded with people. I mean, it would be nice and you might get one or two, but, like, just you have to consistently post and do different things to get that. Other than that, the things that I would say will help you the most as a new distributor is have a list daily of what you want to do and write that list the night before. Because in the morning, like, you're groggy, you're not all like whatever. So the night before is when you're fresh on like what you need to do. I have a notebook by my bed, and that is how I write down my list for the day. But write down what you want to do. If you work full time, I want you to first take that excuse off yourself that you're like, oh, I work full time, so I can't do everything else. Yes, you can. If you have time to poop, you have time to promote. Like, you're fine. So you're gonna, it is. You guys, if you know you're busy, you know tomorrow you're like, okay, I have to work from 8 to 8, and then I have a doctor's appointment in the middle of whatever. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to, the night before, you're going to plan out your post for the day. Then in the morning, before you get your cute little butt out of bed, you're going to make a post. And then when you go to the bathroom, you're going to send 10 quick messages. And then when you're pumping gas, you're going to interact for 5 minutes. If you are going to whatever, every single time you're on Facebook anyway, why are you scrolling? Like, do something. So be like intentional with your time, know what you're doing. And when you have a list, then when you have a second, you can go back to your list and be like, oh, like, I can interact real quick. But if you don't have a list, then that time is going to be, okay, what can I do? I'm sure I could do something for my business, but like, I don't know what. So if you're busy, make that list, know what you need to do, plan your posts ahead of time if you want. If you need to, know what you're supposed to do so that when the time comes that you have a quick 5 seconds, you can do something right there. So that is a huge thing. And the last thing I will say, as a new distributor, keep your blinders on. Don't compare yourself from you to the person to the right of you, to the left of you, to the person that signed up 2 weeks after you, to the person that signed up 6 months after you. Hi, Cheyenne Knox signed up 6 months after me, almost to the day, and she's like about to be an ambassador. So like, but that doesn't make my double diamond any less important. We have different journeys. We're different people. We have different lives, and our stories work with different people. So don't compare your story to theirs. Don't decide, like, don't choose your success based on it compared to somebody else. So don't say like, oh, because so-and-so who signed up 2 days after me has 3 customers and I only have 1, that means I probably shouldn't do this. No, that means she probably sent 3 times the amount of messages you did. Sorry. Cheyenne works a lot harder than I did the first 2 years or whatever, however long. She worked, I didn't. So don't compare. Decide to be consistent. Decide that you're going to make this work. and you're going to need to make that decision day in, day out, and you're going to work on days that you don't feel like it. Every single day I don't wake up like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to go send 300 messages and I can't wait to follow people. No, some days I wake up and I want to throw my phone across the room, but I know what needs to be done to get the life that I want, so I do it anyways.
Amen.
Yep.
I think my favorite excuse that distributors tell me is that they're busy, because it like lights a fire inside of me, because I am literally the definition of busy. Like I have 3 jobs. Okay, I have 4, but one of them like doesn't really count. I have 3 jobs. I go to school full time. Like I do this. I have so much shit on my platter. It's insane, but I still do this. And this business is so easy to squeeze into those little times that you have. Like I get up in the morning and I work. I work in between my classes. I have a 15-minute interval where I'm walking to my other class. I do that. I go to the bathroom when I'm at work. I stay up later. If you want this, you have to make it work for yourself.
Yeah, you guys figure out what your priorities are, because I'm sorry, but if you're so busy, then I don't want to get any Farmville game requests on Facebook. I don't want to see you posting about the new episode of The Bachelor, because if that's more of a priority than this business, then you don't actually want this business. So it's not that you're too busy, it's just that it's not a priority to you right now. That's all it is. Because if you really wanted it, trust me, when I was promoting to Emerald, the last thing I wanted to do was get up at 5 a.m. and work. But I did it, you guys, because it was a priority. So don't tell yourself, and switch lists. So here's what I always tell people when people tell me they're too busy. I'm like, okay, I get it. Sure, you want to say that. But now try saying it's not a priority right now. Because that's a lot harder to say than, oh, I'm busy. Because it's very easy to say you're busy. Everybody's and their mother is busy. But if you have to straight up say like, oh, it's not a priority to me right now, that's a lot harder to swallow. So be honest with yourself. It's not that you're busy. Either you're afraid to fail, so you don't want to put any effort in at all, or it's just not a priority and it's not that important to you right now.
I love that. I'm writing that down right now. Okay, I wanted to go through the chat because it's blowing up with questions right now. Yeah. So I'm going to start from the first one. What
on earth is that?
Oh my god, I don't know. So, my phone went into like emergency mode and like
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you're getting arrested. That's what it sounded like.
It's so weird. It said my phone called 911. Oh god, just what I need right now. Please. So, anyways, Jesse asked you to tell us about like how you take care of your customers. What's your customer care routine?
So I will be the first to say that is my weakest area is my customer care, because it is the easiest thing for me to not pay attention to, but I feel like it's one of the most important things. So it's something that I'm working on. My goal of customer care is talking to them after 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. After 2 days of them ordering, I'll just say like, hey, I'd like thanks again for your order. Here's my link again in case you need it. You can edit all your stuff here. Make sure to download the app, all that good stuff. 2 weeks, I check in to see if they've gotten their products. And by 2 months, I mean like 2 weeks before their third auto ship runs, I'll check in and say like, hey, how's everything going? Do you have any questions about it? Whatever. Did you want to keep it as this? Did you want to bump it up? Should we switch it? What's going on? And then after their third month runs, I have it all set up. I'll have to give me like a couple days because it's month end, but I have a whole script that I got from Morgan McIntyre, Morgan Martin, that she uses, that she sends like, hey, if you want to do another 90-day challenge, I'll give you an extra $50 of free products, which is just perk points given by the company. But that's a way to keep loyal is continually ordering. So that is what my goal customer care routine is.
Right. Same. I feel like that's definitely my weakest link as well. And I think I watched a Zoom about Morgan talking about that actually. I might have those. But definitely that would be very good to know. I feel like customer care is really important because of the products, they trust the products and they use the products. So why not implement that, you know?
Yeah, and also
okay, so Kira asked, Without you what? Sorry, what?
Without customers, we don't have a business or a paycheck. So like customers are important.
Literally. Exactly.
Okay. Kira, what?
How do you, I might answer this. Okay, how do you get people to feel better about the money they'd spend on our products? I've gotten so many people to see the numbers and bail. I feel like I struggled with this whenever I first started, because I would always tell people like, oh, like the keto coffee is 65 if you don't get my discount, but like it's 39 if you do. If you say it like that, and if you say it in if you go in thinking that they're not going to want it, they're not going to. You have to like believe in these products. You have to believe that they work. If you use them, you know that they work. So whenever you're communicating with people, you want to make it seem that it's the best deal that they're getting. They're not spending 65, they are spending the 39. So you have to like speak that to your customer.
A lot of it is how you say it, because if you can approach the same number as, okay, well, like it's $39, but you get this, this, and this, and that. Or you can be like, oh my God, girl, this is the best freaking part. It's usually $65, but I'm going to give you my 40% off discount because you're my girl. So it's $39 instead. And you just order it once a month for 3 months. And then you get 10% back plus extra goodies and all this other stuff. Can I take your information right now? Like, we're talking about the same exact price, but the way that you approach it and talk about it changes everything.
Definitely. I totally agree. Let me see. I have LC customers, but I really would like distributors. What else can I do to get them on board?
I will say a couple things. One, you never want to push somebody into the business, because if you have to push them into the business, you're going to have to push them to work, and then they're going to push themselves out. So not worth it. But the best way to get distributors is to talk more about your story and about what this business is doing for other people. I already know something that I struggled with when I was first getting started and actually working. I got so freaking mad when people are like, oh, share your story. And I'm like, what story should I share? I don't make any money. Like, what story am I sharing? But you're not sharing your story of what's happening right now. You're sharing, holy crap, like I'm working towards a $10,000 bonus, or I'm so excited I'm going to be making $500 a month soon from my phone. Or take a picture when you go to the grocery store, take a picture of your groceries and be like, holy crap, girl, like in the next month, my groceries going to be paid for from my phone. Does your phone pay for your groceries? Like, even if it's not happening now, it can happen soon.
I love that. I think that is something that I did whenever I first started too, because whenever you first start, you're a new distributor, you don't have a story, but you have what you want this business to do for you. You have those desires and you can post about that. And you have how many distributors are in this company? You can share all of their stories and what it has done for them. So you have endless amounts of posts of what this business has done for people and what it will do for you too.
Yeah, and I don't want to hear the excuse of, oh, I don't know anybody else's story. Go on Pinterest. Try again. And everyone,
oh my God.
I know Ashley and I both have, like, for our teams, we have, like, the posting pages where there are success stories. So take that excuse out of it. Mm-hmm. And same thing with you don't know about the products. Go look them up. Find it yourself. You'll find it. Promise.
You literally have everything for this business. You just have to
look.
Find it. Like, it's right there for you.
All the resources. Type things in the search bar. It's really easy.
Oh my gosh, I know. That drives me crazy. Okay. Alex says, I've been doing host to post every day with 5 to 6 host to post open a day with no comments at all. Any tips?
Couple things. One, switch up your wording. If you're using a picture right now, don't use a picture, or use a different picture. Use different wording per post. Use different pictures. If you are currently having them tag you, try having them not tag you. I have been getting a lot more success with them not tagging me, and then I just say, like, hey, let me know when you're done, and I go turn on the notifications and I save it to a collection on my page. And that is how I do it. Because I was struggling with that for a while, that I was like getting 10 to 15 host posts out a day and like no one's doing anything. So like, what's happening? So I just had to switch it up. And it'll work itself out. Just trust the process.
I feel like what I've been doing too for my host to post is I've actually been doing this the past like 3 days, because we have a giveaway page for our team for host to post right now. And what I'll do is I'll go back to like the very beginning of February and I'll click my Hosta post that I did then, and I'll go back and comment like 2 spots left,
Do that
just
all the
received
time.
the results. Yes, and I'll post like a picture of I Thermify X. So I'll post a picture of somebody's results in the comments. Somebody ordered from that Hosta post, so that people are actually buying it from that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think just trusting the process and knowing like that you have to go back sometimes and like stay in touch with people, it'll come. You just have to figure out what works best for you.
Definitely. I agree. Okay. I was thinking about using my Pinterest to post about the company and products. I have never used Pinterest to post about the company or products.
Either.
Maybe. I don't know.
I've never heard of
I
anyone having
don't
success from it. I mean, I'm not going to say you can't try, but like, if you want to try, go ahead. But like,
Right.
don't do that instead of Facebook and or Instagram.
Agreed. I feel like you should definitely pair those with one another.
Yeah.
Okay, Kayla says, I've read about Hosta posts, but I'm still struggling on what to tell people or what to ask them.
Okay. So I will share my script. Ooh. And this is what I was trying to have before, but like I didn't. So I message people, and if you use these messages, like obviously no problem at all, but try to switch it up a little bit. My tip for using other people's scripts, read it out loud, and if it sounds weird saying it, it sounds weird sending it, so switch it up. But I just say, hey, I hope you're having a good day. Have a quick question to ask you whenever you get a sec. And then they're going to say, what's up? And then my team right now is doing a giveaway for Keurig and fat burning K-Cups, or the salted caramel ones. So then I said I'm doing a huge giveaway drawing, and then in parentheses, free Keurig and fat burning K-Cups for anyone who posts on their wall for me. Did you want me to send you a post so you can get entered? And then they're going to say, yeah, most likely. And then I just say, I can say what I sent. And I have these saved as text replacement as like HAP 1, HAP 2, HAP 3.
I do the same thing. Text replacements are my lifesaver.
Yeah, same. So then I just say, okay, perfect. All you have to do is just copy and paste this post below, but do not tag me. Let me know when you're done. That's all I do. Super simple. I don't know how your team does like entries and all that stuff, if they need to be like in a separate like group page or whatever, but that's just how I do it. And I find that very, very simple. I would say if you're struggling with Hosta posts, take the fear away. Nothing you're asking them is offensive. Nothing you're asking them would be something that should be like super alarming where they're like, oh my God, no. Like, you're like, hey, you want to make a post for me? Yes or no? Sweet. Have a good day. Like, don't be afraid of it. Just do it. If you're afraid of it, send 10 messages. Send 10 messages that say, hope you're having a great day. Have a quick question to ask you whenever you get a sec. Like, super, super simple.
Amen. Love that. For your Hosta post, did you make a separate Facebook page, or do you just like write them down?
Or like my entries, or like keeping track of them, or what do you ask?
Yeah, for your entries.
So the way that we do it for our team is we just take a screenshot of their Hosta post, and then we comment it on a post that says like entries, and then we just type in like hashtag HAP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we just do numbers at the end of the month.
Oh, okay, sweet. That's a good idea, because I feel like we made a Facebook page, and I feel like sometimes the people who posted it for us will go on the Facebook page and then see how many people have done this Hosta post and be like, okay, I'm definitely not winning this.
Yeah, I don't tell people how many people are in it.
That's a good idea.
And also, if people get enough notifications on Facebook, they most likely don't want to be in a group. Just in my opinion. Like, they don't.
Right.
And then what we do is, like, to pick the drawing, somebody goes live and picks the winner, and then we talk about how we're doing another one the next month, because we do one every month, and talk about like what they can win this next month.
Okay, that's a good idea. I need to write that down. Okay, does anybody else have any questions for her before we wrap this up, or is there anything else you would like to say?
There are a couple other things that I wanted to say, like, quickly. Well, let's be real. I'm really not a quick talker, but I'll do my best. With this wrap BOGO, you guys, like, it is insane. I sent a message and that's one of the messages I was trying to find, but something, I went on Connect and texted every single loyal customer that I have, and I said, hey babe, not sure if you saw my post or if you got notified, but wraps are buy one, get one free. I already ordered mine. Want me to order yours for you? I had 6 people that messaged back and were like, heck yeah, can you order mine? I had one girl that said, yeah, but can you order that with K-Cups and chocolate greens too? Like, hi, easy volume boost. Super easy volume boost. Yeah, if you don't know what Connect is, it's an app. Go download it. It's amazing. Also with that, I've been getting a ton of potentials by posting about the BOGO wraps. I do something that, and this is something I posted, like, first, however many people to comment, get a free pack of wraps, whatever, comment BOGO me. And then I message them saying, like, hey, babe, like, congrats, you commented in the right amount. So, like, you do qualify for the extra free pack of wraps when you purchase the first one. And then in parentheses, hence the BOGO me, like, so that they know that's why they commented BOGO me, but also, like, I wasn't lying to them. And then I say, do you want me to take your info to order the wraps, or do you have more questions about them? So that's not saying, are you interested or not? That's like, do you want me to order them, or do you want me to answer questions? Like, those are your only options. People respond a lot better if you give them option A, option B, not like open-ended questions. Like, think back to school, you like multiple choice questions a lot better, much better than like short answer. Okay.
That's good.
The only other thing that I wanted to talk about is it is the end of the month. We are all pushing for promotions. Jordan is so freaking close to Diamond, which means that there are 3 of you that are so freaking close to Ruby, at least. 1 of you that's super freaking close to Emerald. Like, you guys, you better not be giving up. Like, you better not be giving up. You better not be taking yourself out of the game. You better not be saying it's not going to happen, because I will find you and I will haunt you if I hear that's what you're doing. Because, you guys, there's no reason. I know her numbers. I know what she needs, you guys. You could have this done in the next 24 hours. I am dead serious. Like, there's no reason why you guys can't be doing this. So I want you to take, this is what I tell my team, whatever amount of volume you need, divide that by 3, and I want you to send that many host post messages in the next 24 hours. Even if it scares you, like, how bad do you want it? And if you are not one of those promoters, be a team player and text Jordan and be like, girl, what do we need? Like, you guys, her going Diamond is such a huge thing, not just for her, but for you guys. Because when she goes Diamond, she gets added to a Diamond page, which means that she gets to find out more information to tell you guys, which means she has better access to different things to help you guys. This is not just a promotion for her, but when she hits Diamond, that's a bigger help for you guys. So don't be like, well, why would I work hard just for her to go Diamond? First off, because you're a nice person and because Jordan's a nice person. And because it helps you guys. Like, it is not just for her. So push it. Like, work harder. Do more than you've ever done before, because when you work harder for her promotion, guess what? In the future, your team will be working harder for your promotion. So just start strong and, like, finish this month hard. Like, run so freaking hard, because guess what? You're going to take that momentum into March 1st. And at the end of March, it can be you that's promoting to Diamond or Emerald or Ruby or whatever it is you want. Because you guys, you heard me go from basically 0 to Emerald in 2 months. So if you're not an Emerald yet, who here would want to be making $1,000 a month in the next 2 months? Like, you can, like, you guys, this is real life. Push hard. If you're struggling with customer orders, figure it out. Try different things. If you're struggling with distributors, figure it out. Try new things. This is like trial and error, guys. Just don't give up on anything. Because, you guys, big orders can come in. Something I've been doing with customers, every time I get a customer, and this is one of the scripts I was looking for, but after I'm putting their order in, like, I get their info. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you just got offered that you can add the blank or blank for 40% off, and blank do this. Did you want me to add those to take advantage of the discount? Guys, they get the same discount no matter what, but that can boost your volume. I had someone go from a 30 BB order to 160 BB from that. Like, you never know. Don't just assume they only want to spend $40 because they might want to spend 200. And I'm sorry, but 160 is a lot better than 30. So, like, don't be afraid to do big orders. Don't be afraid to talk about more than one product. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and claim big goals, because there's no reason why each and every one of you can't promote in these next 30 days. Like, I am dead serious, you guys. So start now, push hard, figure out what your goal is for March, talk to Jordan, see what she needs, talk to whoever's team you're on, and say, hey, are you pushing for a promotion? Is there something I can do to help the team? Because you being a good person is going to give good karma, get good juju in the world, and then your future team is going to love you and help you, and the world's going to be a happy place with unicorns and rainbows and keto coffee.
And keto coffee. I'm dead. I feel like what you were talking about, staying in contact with your enroller through that, like contacting your enroller and letting them know where you are at, where you want to be. If you want to promote, make sure you're telling them and you're speaking that to them. You know your numbers, you know what you need to do to get to your promotion, and just working with them. It's a lot more fun to do this business with friends in this business. I will tell you that I have made some of the best friends in this business, and I literally would not do this without them. Like, I'd be so bored. I would just sit here and do nothing. But it's fun whenever you work with people who are your friends in this business.
Yeah, you join for the money, you stay for the people. Yeah. And
amen. I preach that so hard.
So true. And you guys, if you're not talking to your enroller, you're missing out. You are missing out because you need this business and you need to go for your dreams because you're worthy of more than what you currently have, and you were made for a life that's bigger than what you have right now. You're not made for a life that's just getting from paycheck to almost paycheck, so don't settle for that. Like, don't be afraid to dream big dreams. Don't be afraid to tell your enroller, even if you have no distributors, girl, I want to be charted for Emerald in the next 2 weeks, because guess what? That can happen. So go out, dream big dreams, do big things, end this month strong, and I expect a text when every single one of you figures out what you need to do to go diamond, or for Jordan to go diamond. And I want to know, Jordan, I want you to message me the 3 people that are going Ruby and whoever's going Emerald, because I'm about to blow you up. It's going to be, you're going to see my cute little face in your inbox. So I'm going to end the recording here, and then we will chat after.